Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's session of LC Online. Today, we're going to be focusing on higher education at Leicester College, and I'm joined by our higher education team. So we have Marco and
Hi.
Emma. Thanks for joining us today, guys. Today's session is going to be focused on higher education at Leicester College. Marco and Emma are going to be talking to you a little bit about what we offer, some of the options that you have for studying higher education courses at Leicester College. And I'm going to pass you over to Marco, who's going to kick things off for us.
Hi, Nick. Thanks very much for that. And we were just saying how quickly this week's gone by, and we're fast approaching our induction Freshers Week and the start of our degree level teaching next week. But this afternoon, we just like to let everyone know that we do still have places on our full-time and part-time courses. And just to get the message out that it's really not too late to inquire, apply, and start your studies for this academic year. So really, our session this afternoon is if you're thinking of returning to study, if you're thinking of changing career and like to support that with some education, or indeed if you're a school leaver and you're not holding any offers for colleges or universities elsewhere, we hope this session is useful for you. So to talk a little bit about our HE offer at the college, for higher education, we also call these programs degree level qualifications, and that includes our suite of higher national certificates and diplomas at level 4 and level 5, our foundation degrees at level 4 and level 5, and our bachelor degrees at level 6. All of our degree level provision can be found on UCAS, so you can do a search on UCAS for Leicester College courses, and of course you can find them on our Leicester College website. So if you are still either in clearing on UCAS or have not yet decided to apply for a degree level course, just take the message home from this that you can still apply to study at Leicester College on an undergraduate degree level programme for this year 2020-2021. If you are someone that is considering applying for our part-time programs, which include construction, engineering, music, and any of our education and training courses, then you don't need to go through UCAS for them. You can apply direct to Leicester College simply by visiting our website and hitting the apply button, and that will start the whole process of application. So just as a reminder, for full-time programs, first step is UCAS, do a search there, and our website, and for part-time it is only our website that you need to go to. So to sum up, our full-time undergraduate courses at the college, we offer programs in business, computing, travel and tourism, creative industries including graphic design, photography, and special effects and makeup, engineering, construction, performing arts, acting, and music technology. If you're listening and you're thinking you'd like to join one of these programs, please give us a call and we'll guide you through the application process depending on your current circumstances. That's my first slide. I'm going to hand over to Emma for the second slide.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I do apologise about that. Just forgotten to turn my mic on. As Marco was saying, we do have a suite of foundation degrees in higher nationals and top up and full-time accelerated degrees at level 6. Now, our suite of foundation degrees and higher nationals are all found on UCAS under Leicester College, which is L36. But at this stage in the application process, because we are kind of getting towards the start of the academic year, really do advise you to have a look on the Leicester College website and make an inquiry to Leicester College your first priority, and will help you kind of sort out the application process afterwards. As this slide shows, our foundation degrees include music technology, graphic design, artistic makeup, tourism and events management, and our higher national certificates and diplomas, which are awarded by Pearson EdExcel, are covered in subjects of business, engineering and construction. Engineering and construction are offered in both full and part-time mode as well. Nick, if you won't mind popping on to the next slide, I'll just talk through our level 6 offer. So our level 6 top-ups include professional studies in creative industries, and we also have a top-up in tourism and events management. These programs are for students who've gained either a high national or foundation degree already, or a level 5 equivalent qualification, and it gives graduates the opportunity to top up to a full bachelor's degree by studying on a year 1 and a 1-year level 6 course, and then they come out with a full honours degree, which kind of completes the cycle of having a 3-year honours degree, but with the flexibility of doing your foundation degree or high national first, graduating after level 5, and some of our students stop on for a 3rd year, do a full 3-year degree, and then graduate with their honours degree at the end of it. I'm just going to hand back to Marco now, and he's going to talk about our programs that are still taught at Leicester College but are awarded through De Montfort University. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you, Emma. So yeah, it sounds like it complicates matters, but it doesn't really. We have 3 courses which are delivered at Leicester College. They're all DMU courses, and because of the complicated funding mechanisms that sit behind those courses, they actually you'll find those courses under the DMU domain on UCAS. So the D20, those of you familiar with UCAS, it's D26 for DMU. So our 2-year accelerated degree in acting, as well as our full-time HND in business and our full-time HND in computing, are all found on UCAS under DMU UCAS profile, not the Leicester College one. So that only applies to 3 of the courses offered at Leicester College: acting, business and computing. So just to reconfirm, they're all DMU courses delivered at Leicester College, but you apply to them through the DMU D26 UCAS domain. But, don't get confused by this. Depending on your circumstances, don't hesitate to give us a call with the information on the last slide, and we can talk you through how to apply for any course. It's really important at this stage that if you are just even have that little nugget of query or fascination about, I wonder what it'd be like to study a degree level course at Leicester College, and we offer something in a subject area that you're interested in, then give us a call. There's no harm in just speaking to us. Okay, on to Emma for the last slide. Thank you.
Thanks, Marco. So it does sound a little bit complicated if you're just in a position where you're just starting to think, actually, I do want to take up some degree level study this year, but I haven't started the application process. Or again, if you are a student that has applied via UCAS and you're still not holding any offers, you're not quite sure, and you've still got clearing options available to you, I think at this point it's really best to contact us directly and express your interest, and hopefully we'll be able to give you a quick response in terms of whether the course is suitable for you and vice versa, and then we'll guide you through the next steps of the application process. So all of what we've just said is mainly just to give you an overview of the courses we offer and how it kind of works, but we'll guide you through the next steps of the application. You don't need to worry about doing that before you make the call to us. If you need some advice and guidance, we do have a telephone number you could call, and an email. If you email us at heoffice@leicestercollege.ac.uk, which is the email that's just at the bottom of the screen now, and express your interest in a course for this year, or even if you're interested in thinking about applying for next year, we'll be able to give you a little bit more information on your choices, and guide you through how to apply, and direct you to careers advice and other useful kind of support services that you might think that you might need to tap into. We can help you with your UCAS application. We can help you with careers inquiries. We have a range of really specialised careers staff that deal with UCAS all the time and know a lot about higher education provision, who will also be able to give you perhaps not a face-to-face appointment at this point, but it will definitely be over the phone or virtually. We hope to turn around your decisions quite quickly at this point, because like Marco said, we are starting our courses, and we are starting inductions next week for this year. But that doesn't mean that it is too late to apply. So if you are thinking, please do get in touch. Alternatively, you might be watching this thinking, I'm actually just kind of in year 12 or year 13, and I'm just starting to kind of make my UCAS choices for next year, for September 2021 entry. And we are holding open day events, which will be much like this, will be virtual, and we'll be doing some live kind of social media chats with you throughout the process. But we also have the information on UCAS on our website for 2021. And so if you're thinking of perhaps deferring entry to next year, same thing. I think you should just give us a call, tap into our kind of virtual open days and see what we're all about. Because it is, we acknowledge that our applicants are not necessarily coming straight from college or sixth form. You might be mature, trying to change career at the moment, and it can be quite complex. Also, it's unusual to be studying a degree at a college rather than the university, perhaps. So seeking advice is the best option. Like I say, if you contact us, we'll be able to give you all the information you need. Okay, thank you very much. Back to Nick.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Emma and Marco. Hopefully for everyone watching, that's given you a bit of an overview of what's available in terms of courses in higher education at Leicester College. I think, some of the stuff you touched on at the end there is really good to reiterate. Hopefully you can tell from our wonderful team here that they are very approachable, and they are here to help. So please do get in touch if you've got questions about higher education, if you need advice. Emma and Marco will be there to help you. So yeah, please do contact us. And also thanks, Emma, for mentioning our open event next month without prompt. Please do make sure you check out our October open event, which will be virtual, as Emma mentioned, and that's taking place 13th to the 15th of October. Make sure you check that out. It will be telling you lots of different things about Leicester College, and there'll be insights with curriculum and higher education. You'll be able to find out more about that too. We're going to go through some FAQs that hopefully answer questions for people out there who might not know what their next steps are if they want to get into higher education, or more about what we offer at the college. So I'm going to run through a few of them. If anyone watching has their own questions or anything specific they'd like to ask during the broadcast, please do comment, and we'll be happy to try and answer them for you. I haven't got a particular starting point of where we want to go with this, so I'm just going to go straight in with some particular scenarios, unless you guys have anything you want to cover in particular. Let's start off with this one. So this is a scenario: someone's not a school leaver and they don't have a UCAS application, and they haven't come for a school or a college. What would you recommend for them? Does either of you want to answer that one?
Emma, do you want me to take that?
Brett.
Quite straightforward, really, and it's been the main content of this presentation. Just reinforce the message that it's not too late for you, that Leicester College is a specialist in delivering higher education to adult learners. We have a very diverse range of undergraduates at Leicester College, and it's as easy as sending us an email to make your inquiry, or to give the HE office a direct call, and we're the specialists in our higher education offer. We are the specialists in how you best apply to those courses. So it's a question of picking up the phone or bashing an email over and not delaying really, because as Emma mentioned, we're starting next week. So time is precious. I think it's okay for students to be joining courses 1, maybe 2 weeks late, but as soon as it gets later than that, you start to feel as if you're lagging behind your peers. So don't hesitate, don't be anxious, pick the phone up, whoever you are, give us a call, send us an email, and we can talk you through. It's simple as that, Nick.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you for that, Marco. I'm just going to go on to some of the questions about applications, I guess, and some stuff that maybe commonly come up around finance and things. So facing difficulties with a student loan, what do you advise in terms of getting help with that?
I'll answer that one, Nick. So if you're an applicant or a potential applicant that is struggling with your loan application in general, then send us an email and give us a call. We do have a designated welfare department. So hopefully we'll be able to show you the email address for the welfare team, which is welfare@leicestercollege.ac.uk. They will be able to help you with any queries we've got regarding your circumstances and your application, and helping you check your eligibility and help you out with perhaps some evidence and paperwork that you might need to submit to be able to get your loan. If you have already applied for a loan, I think it is important to just check your entitlement paperwork. If you've applied for a course elsewhere, which is another frequently asked question we get regarding changing courses through clearing. If you have applied for a course elsewhere and are thinking of coming to Leicester College or indeed another institution or anywhere, you need to let us know where you've applied to, and we can just contact you or contact us. Either send us your paperwork, come and visit us in the HE office after next week with your paperwork, and we'll help make sure that your application for student finance is transferred to Leicester College if it's not with Leicester College already. I hope that helps with that question, Nick. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. And I suppose, I'm not sure whether you actually touched on this, but this is a kind of related question. But if someone's going through clearing, does that affect their student loan? What impact does that have?
So, like I said, yes, it does. If you have applied elsewhere and are now applying to Leicester College. So, for instance, you thought you were going to a certain university on a certain course or a different college at a different course, and now you've changed and we're getting quite close to the start date of the course. So whereas if it was a few weeks ago, you may have been able to log into your student finance application yourself and changed your institution and course, because we are 3 or 4 days away from the start date of the course now, you really need to be showing us your entitlement paperwork, or giving us a call or emailing us just with your customer reference number, your student loan support number, and just giving us a bit of detail of where your loan is actually allocated to and how we can change that for you, because it's very easy for us to help you out with that. What you do need to consider is if you've not started that process already, there might be a 6-week processing time. So it might be that you don't get your loan immediately. But this is why we do these frequently asked questions sessions as well, because it helps get the ball rolling quickly. If you know that you don't have a loan for Leicester College and are starting at Leicester College next week, it's really important to contact us in the HE office to make sure that your loan is allocated to us and is for the correct course. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you. So yeah, let's go on to clearing, because I can imagine there's probably still people that want to know a bit about how that's operating at the moment, whether people can still apply. So good place to start. Is it possible to still apply for courses through clearing at the moment?
Yes, it is. So what we kind of frequently said throughout the presentation is give us a call first and foremost so we can ascertain what your situation is. It might be that you already have a UCAS application in process. It might be that you're holding an offer somewhere else. It might be that you're starting a course somewhere else next week, but really don't want to anymore. You don't want to leave the city that you live in and you want to stay here and study with us. Any of those scenarios, give us a call, because if you haven't started the UCAS process as well, we can talk you through how we process your offer and application, yet still make sure that UCAS knows about you. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Email us, contact us, and we can talk you through everything. We do still have places left on our courses, so all it takes is a phone call and we can just make it quite a simple process, hopefully, for you if you're thinking of applying to us now. It now is classed as clearing, but really, regardless of your circumstances, whether you're a UCAS applicant or not, we have places on our courses and we'd love to hear from you. Thanks, Nick.
Brilliant. Yeah, thanks for that. And I guess that's a really key message to kind of keep delivering to people is, you know, get in touch with us, ask questions, you know, definitely don't write off your options at this point. You know, like you say, it might be quite a late stage to be doing it, but there might still be options for you there. And hopefully we're giving you some of those during today's broadcast. But yeah, I would highly recommend using the contacts that we've provided, because it can feel quite isolated at the moment, I suppose. And yeah, knowing that there's people there who can answer your questions is probably quite helpful. So yes, please do make use of them. We have had a couple of questions come in. I know that there's one that's not particularly related to higher education, but I just thought we should address it. So there's a question from Claire who's asking about courses for getting into ambulance call centre work. It's not something that we really offer in terms of higher education, but I'd recommend having a look on our website. We do sort of customer service courses and things like that. I'd look into some of the further education courses that we offer on our website. That would be my advice to you, Claire. But thank you for commenting and getting in touch with us. We'll just have a quick look at some of the other questions relating to clearing. One question about whether it's possible to swap firm and insurance choices after results. Have you got any advice on that? What's the procedure?
So by now, hopefully all results have been ratified and everybody knows that they've got the results that they need to get on the course. If you are holding an offer anywhere and don't want to go there, you can release yourself into clearing. You do that by logging into UCAS Track, and you should be able to see a button that says that decline my place on UCAS Track, and that will then just ask you one simple question about the reasons why you're doing it, kind of an are you sure, and then once you've done that, you will be able to add clearing choices for the institution that you want to go to. Now, again, before you go ahead and do those things, if it's an application to us for one of our courses, give us a call first. We can guide you through that. We can kind of sit on the phone with you while you're doing that live and make sure that everything works properly. And because we are quite close to the start of term as well, we'll just make sure that we know who you are. We've got your details on our system as well as the UCAS system. So we can make sure that you've got all the information you need prior to starting the course without waiting for that process to take place. But yes, you can release yourself from a firm offer. You just need to make sure that the institution you are leaving knows that you want to leave, and you can do that yourself through UCAS Track. Okay, thanks, Nick.
Brilliant. Well, you answered two questions in one there, Emma. So very, very efficient of you. So yeah, as you kind of said, if someone doesn't want their firm choice, you know, whether they wanted to swap with their insurance or not, I'm assuming that means that it's still possible for them to use clearing if they didn't want their firm choice. Yeah.
Yes, they just need to make sure that they're not holding an offer anywhere else.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's almost bringing us to the end of the FAQs. I'm just going to keep an eye on on the comments coming in. Yeah, so the last one really, I suppose, is quite different to the other questions, but it might be, different at the moment in terms of getting other things together, so accommodation and things like that. Can you give any advice? Has that changed? Has that process changed in the current climate?
It's not. The circumstances around accommodation have changed due to having bubbles and things like that. The application process for finding accommodation is exactly the same. You are still able to access accommodation within the city. We always encourage our applicants to let us know that they're looking for accommodation, because a lot of our students live at home. They live in Leicester and they commute to college, but we do have a handful of students that live in halls of residence or live in private rented accommodation. I would recommend giving us an email, heoffice@leicestercollege.ac.uk, telling us that you're looking for accommodation. We will point you in the direction of the kind of recommended and approved people to go through, because there is quite a lot of private rented accommodation in Leicester that we can point you in the direction of, and agents that can support you that are trusted as well. If you are living in student accommodation, you will have to be aware that you have bubbles. So if you're in your accommodation, you will be kind of encouraged to have the people in your halls as your bubble. And obviously all of the guidance around social distancing will apply, and you'll get all that information from your provider. If you do secure accommodation, your agent will give you all that information, as will the university. So if, particularly if you're on a De Montfort University awarded programme, you will be sent information on accommodation as soon as you have registered with the university. So don't worry about that information. Express your interest with us and we'll make sure that you have all the information you need when you enroll. Okay, thanks, Nick.
Brilliant. Yeah, thanks for that, Emma. Yeah, I think that's an important thing to note as well, is obviously you've got trusted people that you work with. There's experience there in terms of helping people find accommodation. It can be a bit of a minefield for people, so yeah, again, please make use of the contacts, and Emma and Marco are here to help you. Thanks to you both for doing today's live stream. I've learned a lot about higher education today, so hopefully everyone out there who's watching as well has found it useful. If you do have any questions, please, as we've said throughout the broadcast, do contact the HE office on this email below, and also the welfare team, which is there. And if you do have any questions, you can also message us on social media. And thanks for tuning in this week to everyone who's been following the LC Online campaign. We've got the last broadcast of the month tomorrow, and that's going to be all about why you should choose Leicester College. So everything in general about what we offer at Leicester College, what makes us different, and hopefully things that will get people excited about joining us. Beyond that, next month, as you mentioned earlier, we've got our October Virtual Open Day. Please do sign up for this online, and you can find that link on our website, and make sure that you come and join us for some exclusive insights into different areas of the college. LC Online will also be back the following month in November, so keep an eye out for that. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
No, just to thank you, Nick, for hosting this afternoon. And I suppose just very quickly, the one thing that we haven't talked about is the experience of learning at Leicester College starting in September, because there's a lot of stuff in the press about universities delivering purely online. For all our courses, we have a blended approach. So we have face-to-face teaching, so physical face-to-face teaching in a room, socially distanced, with a lecturer, and we're combining that with face-to-face teaching online, using channels such as Teams and Zoom and StreamYard, like we're using today. So we are offering that kind of real physical face-to-face teaching with a variety of blended face-to-face remote teaching and online materials made available as well. And it's just something I wanted to make sure that the people watching were aware of. because it's not a given that every organisation and institution is adopting that approach. But at Leicester College, we are, and we feel we can deliver that very safely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. So thanks for pointing that out, Marco. Okay, I think that brings us towards the end. So thanks again for both joining us today, and thanks to everyone who tuned in. And yeah, keep an eye out for tomorrow's broadcast, which will be all about why Leicester College.
Lovely. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Take
Bye-bye.
care. See ya.
Bye, Nick.